Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. It's the first, it's June 1st today. Welcome everyone. It's just about 6:30 here on the East Coast. And welcome everyone to the show. We have a fantastic master topic for the week, and that is timeless principles for living with intention and integrity. And by the way, we're Series 4 Show 23, and today's granular topic is lead with love, kindness, and integrity to build trust and lasting impact. Series 4, Show 23, episode number 2, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new here, I want to welcome you to the show. If you're coming back, well, of course, welcome back. It's always great to have you here. Do check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, which you can do 24 hours a day, obviously, when you're not watching the show. Well, gratitude is more than saying thank you, folks. It's a transformative mindset, a way of approaching life that brings a way of approaching what we do every day, clarity, connection, and a deep personal growth. In this powerful episode of Inspirations for Your Life, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, podcast host, and coach, and I invite you to journey with me together as we explore how leading with empathy, kindness, integrity, and purpose can unlock the true power of gratitude. Whether you're navigating challenges or celebrating wins, embracing these values can build resilience, deepen trust, and inspire others. Through real world insights and mindset shifts, we'll uncover how gratitude can be the guiding light in both personal and professional life. So let's kick it off, all right? Number one, lead with empathy and genuine care. Lead with empathy and genuine care. And that's something that has to come from the heart. That's not something you can fake, guys. So empathy is, well, it's the heartbeat of meaningful connections. Okay. I think that's an important thing. Um, and so when we think of all this, it's really important because you lead with genuine care. You show others your true emotions, your thoughts, and your experiences, and they truly matter, folks. This creates a ripple effect of compassion that fosters stronger teams, deeper friendships, and lasting trust. It's not those fleeting things you find from going on apps or things that you find from trying to connect with somebody that you don't even know because you think you want to get to know them, or maybe you're looking to do business with somebody, but you have no real interest in what is important to them in business. As I said, it creates a ripple effect of compassion that fosters a stronger connection with the teams and friendships, etc. Empathy isn't about, guys, fixing. It's about feeling with someone and offering your presence without judgment. I know that's hard, but it's important to do, especially as I believe today is June 1st, which is also kicking off Pride Month. Um, we should embrace the concept that, we can live the life we want to, but not the one someone else is making us take. So if you don't lead, I should say, with truth and with what's in your heart, you're going to be sad and you're going to be sorry. All right. So that's really important. Whether you're a leader, a friend, or a family member, your ability to connect with others on human levels will always make the biggest impact. Number two, practice kindness to foster connection. This isn't something you just do once in a while. It's something you have to do over and over again. Kindness, guys, is a universal language that bridges all differences. It doesn't require grand gestures. Small, sincere acts of kindness can change someone's entire day. Holding open the door for them, giving them, let's say, a praise of maybe something they're wearing or a smile or something like that, but do it with sincerity. Practicing kindness consistently creates a culture of mutual respect, inclusion, and genuine warmth. When you lead with kindness, others feel safe around you, seen, and of course, valued, which paves the way for honest dialogue and real relationship in the future. Once you, like, let's say, acted in an inappropriate manner and you've tried to, let's say, fake your way through it, you've lost all your credibility, guys. You've lost all your credibility. And it's important to understand, how this works. Why? Because it can change our lives. All right? It can change our lives. Number three, uphold integrity in every action. Now, I'm talking about upholding integrity even when no one else is watching. Well, John, why do I have to do that? That's exactly the point. Do it even when other people are not watching. That's really important. Integrity is doing the right thing, even as I said, when no one's watching. And it's not just about honesty, it's about aligning your actions with your true core values. When you consistently show up and uphold integrity, and let's show your core values. People know that they can trust you. They want to be around you, which builds, well, very strong credibility and influence over time. Whether it's in business, it's a friendship, or leadership, integrity serves as your moral compass. We've said this before. It protects your reputation and reinforces a culture of accountability wherever you go. Number four, build and maintain trust consistently. Trust isn't built overnight, it's earned day by day through consistent words and actions. Whether you're managing a team, building a relationship, or nurturing a community, trust is the foundation, guys. It is the cornerstone that makes the building strong. It is the beam that supports the entire foundation. It's a load bearing wall, right? It's easy to lose and it might be hard to regain, which is why it's vital to protect it. By following through on commitments, owning your mistakes, and communicating openly, you nurture a trust filled environment where collaboration and innovation can thrive. It's not about me trying to be better than anyone. No, it's about me just showing up for who I am. So I think that's a very, very important thing. Number five, focus on values to create lasting impact. When you ground your actions in core values, you build a legacy that extends far beyond your accomplishments. Values provide clarity in times of uncertainty and keep your purpose front and center. Anyone's able to support you when things are going well, right? When the sun is shining. But it takes a true friend, somebody who's really rooted in the core, to be able to help you when it's a rainy day or things are a little bit challenging. Okay. So that's important. And these values, they influence your decisions, they shape your behavior, and they affect the lives of those around you. Let me say that again. They influence your decision, they shape your behavior, and they affect the lives of those around you. By focusing on values, you not only achieve success, you create meaning. And meaningful work is what truly resonates and endures. And I know that's something that a lot of you are probably saying, John, I have no clue what all this means. Okay. But I'm here to tell you that it's something that you need to understand. Okay. Model the behavior you wish to see. Number six, leadership isn't about titles, guys. It's about examples. People pay attention to what you do more than what you say. When you model integrity, gratitude, patience, and resilience, others are truly inspired to do the same back. Be the change you want to see in your home, your office, or your community. As Gandhi said, be the change you'd like to see, right? Really powerful. Your behavior sets the tone, it shapes the culture, and teaches others how to lead by example too. Number seven, speak with honesty and compassion. You're not speaking to try to manipulate someone. That's really an important thing. Okay. Honesty is important, but it's how you deliver the truth that matters most. Speaking with compassion builds understanding. Instead of defensiveness, it's about being real without being ruthless. When you combine honesty with empathy, you create conversations that heal, connect, and move people forward. It's not just about what's said, but how it's said. That's leaving a lasting impression. That's really key, guys. Number eight, make decisions guided by core values. That sounds like something that's hard, but it's the truth. Um, and I hope you'll understand that. Life is full of choices, but when you make decisions based on your core values, you stay true to yourself. This creates consistency in your leadership, your relationships, and your legacy. Let your values act as your internal GPS, even when the path is unclear or it's unpopular. Staying aligned with what truly matters keeps you grounded and respected. But many people take a path that has been followed by others, and that path is not filled with truth and integrity. Just because other people have taken it doesn't mean it's a path you should take. You want to live with truth and integrity, right? And I think it's important to realize that. All right. Number 9, create safe spaces for others to grow. Growth requires vulnerability, folks, and vulnerability requires safety. When you create environments where people feel heard, respected, and free to be themselves, transformation just magically happens. Whether it's at home, work, or within your community, psychological safety fuels creativity, confidence, and connection. Support others in their growth by offering encouragement, feedback, and space to be imperfect. Number 10, choose patience over pressure. In a fast paced world that we live in, patience is a powerful virtue. It allows people the time and the grace to just grow, learn, and adapt at their own pace. Pressure often creates resistance, while patience nurtures progress. This is key. When you choose patience, you show trust in the process and respect for the journey. Great leaders and teachers understand that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, support, and understanding. Number 11, earn respect through consistent actions. It's not about proving who you are by what you say, guys. It's really important to understand, okay? So, respect is not something you demand, it's something you earn. And the way you earn it is by consistently showing up and doing what you say you're going to do and standing firm in your character. People respect those who are reliable, fair, and authentic. By embodying these traits day in and day out, you build a reputation that speaks for itself. Number 12, value people over performance. There was a wise person who was on my show not too long ago, maybe about 6 months to a year ago, Jen Drummond. And she said, people before peaks. What that meant is when your mind wanted to get to the top of the mountain, we can't sacrifice the people first to get to the peak, right? Performance matters, but people matter more. I think that's what Jen was telling us about a year ago. When you put people first, you create a culture of loyalty, of collaboration, and true excellence. See beyond the titles and the metrics to recognize the humanity in everyone you meet. When individuals feel valued, not just for what they do, but for who they are, they show up with more heart, drive, and dedication. Encourage and uplift others. Everyone needs a cheerleader. Sometimes your words of encouragement can spark courage, restore hope, and remind someone of their worth. Choose to uplift rather than criticize, to celebrate rather than compete. When you make it your mission to support others, you create an upward spiral of motivation and positivity that spreads far beyond your circle. We all know about the downward spiral, right? That's not new. You can have an upward spiral too, where things just keep going up and up and up and up in a positive direction. Number 14, let your actions reflect your heart. This one gets deep, guys. Talk is very easy. We often say talk is cheap. If your actions that reveal your true intentions is the key. When your behavior is fueled by love, compassion, and integrity, people feel it. Authenticity shines through when your actions match your inner values. Don't just talk about making a difference, guys. Live it. Your heart-led actions will inspire more than any speech ever could. And it'll get other people to get curious and suddenly want to do the same. Number 15, inspire through humility. This is one of my favorites, and service. True leaders serve first. There's some people I know that have some shows on here, and they have this mission of serving first. And although it seems to, let's say, buffle a lot of people into saying that's really cool, I think it's important to understand it, okay? And so this is very, very important. And so when you think about this, what does it all mean? It means we have to be ourselves. Does that make sense? And that might sound hard for some people to understand. But when we act from our core, like who we are inside, then life becomes better. Okay? And it becomes better because of who we now are in our lives. All right. True leaders serve first. They understand that greatness isn't found in accolades, but in lifting others up. Humility allows you to connect without an ego, to listen without defensiveness, and to lead without dominating. When you serve others with an open heart, you become a beacon of hope, an inspiration, proof that purpose and gratitude are powerful forces for change. And I think that's something that a lot of our world misses. Why? Because they've been taught by culture that you're not going to get anywhere that way. But I disagree. You can get a lot more with honey than you can with being nasty, right? It's kind of like the proverbial. So what I want to do now is give you some personal lessons and stories. Basically, one per point today. And I hope that this will inspire you to not only enact in these ways, but will get other people to take that pathway as well. I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand and don't realize. And maybe you'll think about it a different way. Okay, maybe. But then again, you might be second guessing yourself. And I want to tell you that you can't second guess yourself. Okay. It has to be about truth from the heart. That's not an easy thing to do, guys. Truth from the heart. Lead with empathy and genuine care. I remember helping a team member who was going through a personal crisis. Instead of focusing on deadlines, I simply asked, "How can I support you right now?" That moment of empathy changed our working relationship to a completely new dynamic. It reminded me that leadership is never just about tasks. It's about people and what mattered to them. Number two, practice kindness to foster connections, not for an agenda you have. One morning, I complimented a stranger just out of the blue on their unique tie while grabbing a cup of tea. He smiled and said, "That made my day." Kindness costs nothing, but its impact is insurmountable in a positive way. And it's greater than we ever could realize. So let's start being kind. A small word or gesture can truly uplift someone when they need it most. Number three, upload integrity in every action. Even when everybody around you says, "Don't act like that," you need to ignore them. There was a time I offered a shortcut in a business deal, something legal, but not ethical. I declined that. The harder path felt better because it aligned with my true core values. That decision earned long-term respect for me, which proved more valuable than any short-term gain. Number four, build and maintain trust consistently. A client once told me, "I choose you because you always follow through." That stuck with me for many years. Trust isn't built on big promises. It's built on the small, consistent actions like showing up, like I'm following up with you. I sent an email back as promised, following up as promised. And when they keep seeing that for a while, then they know you're really doing what you say. But it helps remind them. Trust isn't built on the big promises. It's built on the small little things, the consistent actions, like the showing up, like replying when you say you will, and being real even when it's uncomfortable. I think that's a very, very important thing, guys. And I know that can be hard, okay? Number five, focus on values to create lasting impact. When I started different organizations, I didn't focus on the numbers, even with my chamber that I had taken over. I focused on creating value, creating networking that's not about the business card, but it's about the true relationships. That focus attracted the right kind of people. Now, it wasn't easy, guys. And today it's growing steadily because we're rooted in authenticity and shared purpose. There are a lot of people out there that I can tell you don't even list my events. Why? Because we have a no-nonsense policy for not abusing our members. We're not about throwing business cards at you. We're not wallpapering your home or your office with business cards. We're here to create relationships. It's not the number of cards you get, guys, but it's the quality of the cards you get. Can you follow up with these people, or is it just going to be a dead end? Number 6, model the behavior you wish to see. At a networking event, I noticed someone standing alone. I introduced myself and invited them to join our circle. Later, they told me it was the highlight of their night. That moment reminded me others will follow your example when you lead with inclusion and warmth. Number 7, speak with honesty and compassion. I once had to give constructive feedback to a friend who was part of a project. Instead of criticizing, I said, here's what I appreciate, and here's where we can grow. That honest yet kind approach opened a great conversation and strengthened our bond. He appreciated the way I did that. Number 8, make your decisions guided by your core values. I don't care what somebody tells you, you need to be honed to that. All right. I think that's an important thing to understand. Okay. Stick to those core values. Because when you do, your life changes. Your life changes. And making a choice to be guided by your core values is important. Turning down a profitable project because it clashes with your ethical and moral standards, that's true integrity. It's not easy to do that because the money seems high, but it's necessary. And that decision brought peace of mind to me and still does to this day. It opened doors to even the more aligned opportunities. I remember before I was graduating college, and I knew I was going to my own business, but then I got offered a position with the government. And they wanted, well, it was actually a contract with the government, and they wanted me to develop, and I knew what they wanted. And I said, I'll do whatever you'd like, as long as I'm not going to be writing software or building hardware that's going to destroy people. And the guy just kind of like, you could tell his like stomach sunk. He knew I was on to him. And I said, if there's anything else beside that, I'm happy to talk with you. He's like, well, we're offering really good money. We have a really good benefit package. I said, I don't care. To me, what I'm doing means more than what it's paying me. He was shocked. Number 9, guys, create safe spaces for others to grow. At one of our events, I had a shy attendee thank me for making it okay to be quiet. That hit me hard. I realized that growth doesn't always look loud or confident. Sometimes it's silent. Our rule is to make space for every kind of voice to thrive. Some people want to see things. Some people want to hear things. Some people want to do things. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because a safe space is not something you do just because you have to. It should be something you're doing because it's one of your core values. Again, if any of these things I'm saying you should do is something that clashes with who you are as a person, then don't do it. Number 10, choose patience over pressure all the time. When mentoring someone, it was another entrepreneur, I had to remind myself to slow down. They needed time to process ideas and build confidence. My patience gave them room to evolve, and months later, they launched their first successful venture on their own terms. Number 11, earn the respect through consistent actions. Over the years, people have told me, John, you're someone who does what he says. That consistency didn't happen overnight. It was built day in and day out through every project, delivered and every promise kept. Respect grows where consistently lives. We have another policy. If we do work for you in one of my companies, regardless of what it was, let's take my tech company, and the problem still exists after we've spent the time, we will, and let's say we fix the problem and it comes back, we will not charge you if you followed our suggestions to fix that problem. So these are things that are about integrity, guys, right? That's really important. Number 12, value people, guys, over performance. People over performance. That's a real tough one, guys. Value people over performance. At a tech conference, I spent more time learning about the attendees than trying to tell people about my business. One man later became a loyal client, not because of what I offered, but because he felt I genuinely cared about him and his business. People don't forget how you make them feel. They'll forget what you gave them. They'll forget what you told them, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Number 13, encourage and uplift others. This is important. A friend was about to give up on writing his book. I reminded him of their gift and said, the world needs your voice. Months later, he published it. Never underestimate the power of encouragement. You might be the reason someone doesn't quit. So make sure you are that voice for them. Number 14, let your actions reflect your heart. I once helped organize a volunteer day for a local nonprofit without telling anyone. The joy of seeing families smile reminded me that the best work isn't always visible. It's done from the heart. Your impact is greatest when your motives are pure. So let your actions reflect your heart, even when that might seem like a hard thing to do. Number 15, inspire through humility and, of course, service. I've hosted dozens of events, but I never forget to thank the people who show up, clean up, and cheer us on. I stay after to stack chairs, answer questions, and listen. Leadership isn't being in the front all the time. It's being willing to serve at every level that's needed. A few of my parting thoughts tonight. If you choose to incorporate these principles into your daily life and make it a commitment, a choice to lead from the inside out, not from the outside, from the inside out. When you choose gratitude, empathy, and integrity, you not only elevate your life, but the lives of everyone around you. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, that this episode will be a reminder that the most powerful way to lead is with your heart. Now, I know a lot of people out there are going to say, well, whoever has the biggest voice, whoever has the most people following them, whoever seems to be the one in control, like a dictator. That's not a leader. That's a dictator. That's somebody that's following and leading because, well, they're making people fearful. That's not the way to lead, guys. Lead from your heart, connect with people, and realize that when you do this, others are going to be so, taken back in a good way. A way that allows them to not only connect with you, but to connect to another part of themselves that they didn't even know existed. I think those are very important things, folks. And right now, if you choose to take this advice that I've given you, I can promise you that your life will be better, and so will those around you. Don't do it one day and say, you know what, I had enough. No, this isn't like you have one chip or one piece of candy and say goodbye. No, this is about you adopting a philosophy that you're going to live this way for a very, very long time. And I think that's an important thing, guys, that you can make this choice. You can make this difference. All right, guys, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. Do check out BelieveMeAchieve.com. I'll catch you real soon, everyone.